Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, let's go out to the garage. Let me explain. Okay, so this is the stock BMW front brake master cylinder controls. I think it looks pretty ugly. I've kind of been looking at it over the past few days and not overly happy with it. Now let's get rid of that. So I ended up getting this one here. And, you can tell by the mud, it's second hand, off a 04 CBR 1000, 2014. Don't know. I'd say the bike's been in a ditch, looking at the state of the mud on it. It's from a wreckers, so obviously second hand. But like I say, I wasn't happy with this one. It looks big, ugly, and I wanted something a bit more sportier. So let's grab a socket, undo that, and slide it on and see what she looks like. Okay, so obviously we're going to have to do something with this bracket here. It's a bit wonky. But yeah, we'll clean it up, and I think that brake lever is going to look a lot better. I'm going to get a separate throttle, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Now I found this one here in my collection of bits and pieces. This is one of those cheap eBay ones made of Chinesium, so I think that's going to work out okay for that side. And looking at the three holes and the adjuster, and they're kind of going to match. So yeah, pretty happy with that. We'll give it a good clean up. It was cheap, it was pretty cheap. So yeah, we can clean all this up, repaint it if we have to. But I definitely think it's going to look a lot better than that big bulky horrid thing. Okay, so what else have I been up to? Not a lot really. Kind of got a bit bored with it all. Took a break. Actually been out riding this thing a lot. Kind of fallen in love with it again. It's riding so well. Starts every time. It's just beautiful. So anyway, back to this one here. Now, those of you might remember I made gear shifter linkage. Well, the lads from the engineers were watching the video, and they thought that's pretty crap. So they made me a new one out of stainless with a bit more adjustment on it. So that's fantastic. Threw all the exhaust back on, and yeah, so that's where we're up to. Okay, so as for switchgear, I'm either going to go, there's a 3-button one you can get, not the Moto Gadget because they're mega expensive. I think it's called Motone, M-O-T-O-N-E, Motone. There's a 3-button one, so I'll have 3 on either side. That'll give me 6 buttons. Start, stop, horn, indicator, high beam, something like that. So yeah, I'll get those ordered. The only thing with those is you have to drill a hole in your bar to feed the wires through, and then another hole for the wires to exit. At least that's how I understand how they work. And I have been watching some videos on YouTube where the guys drill holes into these. So yeah, I guess that's the way they do it. So we should be seeing those shortly, and we can continue on. Okay, so this is my little plastic box. Goes in that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a piece of alley to use as a like a backing plate, and that is everything I'm going to mount to that alley, and that'll give me a good ground as well. And so yeah, let's do that now. So I've got this piece here, off-cut. Looks like it's just about right, nice and thin, easy to work with. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we got that fixed in place, looking rather good. This here is the starter relay solenoid, whatever you want to call it. I am going to be using this, probably mounted about there, I suppose, is a good spot as any. So I'll mark those holes, drill it, and get that fixed in position. Okay. Bolted in place. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make up some cables. Going to make up a couple of earthing ones, and then I'm going to run a cable down to the starter motor. This was one of the earthing points here, so I'll run a cable from there into the box, and I believe the other one was here, so I'll run an earthing cable to that as well. This is the cable I'll be using. This is a 16mm squared flex oil and heat-proof insulation, left over from a job I had. Can't remember where I got it from. So yeah, I'll crimp some lugs on the end, a bit of heat shrink, and yeah, go from there. Now I'm unsure of the exact routing that I'm going to run this cable, but I've given myself plenty of length so I can decide how it's going to go a bit later on. Cool. Okay, so this one here, I think I'm going to just sneak it along the backbone there, I suppose you call it, and into here. So I've got to undo this bolt, scrape some of this paint off so I get a good connection, and go from there. Okay, so I think I'm going to go on this side instead because the paint is already not there because of this washer, so that's what we'll do. Okay, so I've just made up another one, red one. This is going to go to the starter motor and up to the starter solenoid. So let's do that one. Okay, so I got this rubber boot here, which we want to get on there as well, just to make it all look professional. Now I've given myself plenty of length here, just in case I decide to change things. So yeah, not 100% sure if this is the route the cable is going to take. I've still got all the air filter stuff to go through here. I may cable tie this up against the frame. I was trying to avoid having zip ties on the frame, but yeah, I'll finalise the positioning of everything later on. Okay, so I've got my multimeter, just going to test the grounding of everything. This might help with any fault finding in the future, just to make sure that we're all good. So I've got the meter set to ohms. Now with electrical appliances, ideally we want to see less than half an ohm. So I'm not sure what a good automotive reading would be, but anything less than half an ohm I'll be happy with. So we'll whack it on there. So yeah, 0.09, well that's not even 0.1 of an ohm, so we'll just try a few random. Not sure about the bars, being through all the bearings and the grease and that, but oh yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, well I'm happy with that. Not bad at all. Okay people, well I'm going to leave this video here for now. Just had an email from DHL saying that my latest package has arrived and I have to go pay duty. So very exciting. I'm going to get that one. I've been waiting a long time for this one to arrive. A long time. Cost an arm and a leg, but should have it. What is it now? It's Friday the 12th today. hopefully have it early next week. Get my sticky little fingers on that. Well, looking forward to it, which is why I've started running wires and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more. I'm trying really hard to make the audio a bit better. I keep kind of rubbing my fingers on the camera, and it keeps sounding like rubbish. And also these damn fluorescent lights seem to cause the thing to flicker every now and then. Sometimes it flickers, sometimes it doesn't, so working on that as well. So yeah, keep tuned for the next video. Shouldn't be too far away, and we shall see you then.